Hello, my name is John Coward, and this is my Week 8 signature assignment project for Nursing 375. I'm interviewing a leader at my work. Her name is Brandy. She's the Director of Nursing at Angeles Institute in the city of Artesia, California. We're here to talk about a project that you guys did, a quality improvement project that you did at the college. And what would you identify as critical indicators of professionalism in the professional nursing?
In nursing, I think some of the things that I would look at is this person continuing to learn? Um, uh, that is part of the professional nursing. Um, are they listening? Are they applying their knowledge? Are they caring? These are all aspects of the professionalism of nursing.
Okay. And what kind of skills do you consider the most important in developing a collaborative team approach in a healthcare organization?
Listening.
Listening?
I
Okay.
do. I think to collaborate, you have to be able to listen to what all aspects of all the parties that are there.
And what kind of barriers did you see or experience when you were implementing the project that you did?
Resistance to the project. Um, it was difficult to have individuals who wanted to be part of a change process. And I think that was, the hugest barrier that we encountered.
What kind of strategies did you use to overcome the challenges that you saw and the barriers that you
Well, we
had?
had to develop like a culture of change, that everyone had to be on board for what we were doing and realizing that this is our goal to improve and do better. So that's what we did as a group. And for those individuals who could not get on board with that, we had to take a look at where they are right fit for our company.
Okay. And what kind of conflicts occurred with the project implementation when you actually put in place the project?
Um, Individuals not wanting to do the project or not wanting to do what was necessary to be completed would kind of revert back to the old way of doing things. So I think that was something that we had to take a look at and see, was more training necessary, or if it wasn't a training issue, what was um, the difficulty they were having.
Okay. And what methods used communication effectively with others in the organizational setting? How did you champion your cause and get them to adopt what you wanted? What kind of tools did you use?
Well, the first thing was really to have a meeting with everyone, and let everyone know that this is the goals that we've set out for ourselves, to have successful individuals, successful outcomes, and to get input from everyone when we're at that meeting. What were things that they saw based on what the changes that we wanted to do?
Okay, so you did get collaboration then and contributions from different professional roles and other departments and team members and clients?
Yes.
And how did you go about doing that? Just with the meetings that you had and
Well, we did have to have our leadership structure, so the managers as well, to be able to be part of that. And from that, they also got input from each department. And from there, we took it to the overall meetings.
okay. So let's go into the actual quality improvement project that you
Mhm.
did. What were you trying to accomplish with the project?
What we were trying to accomplish was an increase in pass rates.
Okay, and why was that important? Why did it have to improve?
Well, historically, we did well for a long, long time. and then there was start of a decline. And at first the decline wasn't very noticeable. However, it declined and declined quickly. Based on that, we really had to make a change on what was going on and see what was impeding our students, as well as why we weren't being successful any longer.
Okay. And who were the stakeholders that were involved in this? Who did this affect, I guess, primarily?
Well, besides the students, it affects our community as a whole. It affects our local employers because they're not having individuals who should be filling the roles of nurses that are out there in the community. It affects the state because they're not getting individuals who are being licensed and being out in the community as well. So there were really multiple stakeholders.
Okay. And what did you see as the impact of the change when you put this into effect?
Well, it was a slow process. It didn't happen overnight. And it really did require each individual team to be on board. So the first thing that was noticeable is noticing that individuals who weren't on board eventually found their way elsewhere, not because we wanted them to be part of the process, but they did not want to be part of the process, so they moved on. And then we had the key individuals who said, "Hey, we're wanting to do this and move forward." Those were the individuals who stayed and continued with the process. From there, since we had a culture change, moving forward meant following through in all our initiatives and getting that taken care of.
Okay. So you did see some positive and negative effects, not only to the school and the students, but to the other departments in the school as well.
Yes.
And how did some of those like positive and negative aspects affect those departments?
Well, certain departments did get smaller, so I would call for them that would be a negative. But the individuals they had there, which is a positive, were on board for the process, really worked hard to make things work smoothly. So it was an overall benefit for the school as a whole, the student, um, and really the community.
So I'm assuming then that the team that was there was more involved and more on board with initiating the change you were trying to implement.
Yes.
And again, the barriers that were there, I
Mhm.
take it, were either eliminated through communication and through meetings, or by maybe staff changes, or by changes in the thought processes, not only of the staff and the administration, but also of the students involved.
Yes, I would say
Yeah.
so.
Um, and then I guess who approved the project? How was it? How was the quality improvement project kind of approved and started?
Well, it did have to go through administration because we're talking about if you're making a culture change and change in policies, you do have to go through different levels and not just to initiate these on your own. Things that directly affect students also would have to have a state approval. So there was a multiple level approval.
Okay. And I guess what we're looking for now in the outcomes is, how do you know the process worked? How do you
Mhm.
tell that the changes you implemented were an improvement?
Well, we do survey our individuals, our students, and our teachers, our clinical sites. They're all surveyed, and there's been a positive response. Well, and there's also been a positive response in our pass rate. So that is up into compliance.
Okay, so you did see an increase in the pass rate, and you were
Yes,
able to collect that data
yes,
efficiently and effectively.
yes.
And how did you go about doing that?
They're uh, posted.
Oh, posted on the state website.
That's correct.
And then did students also be involved with that by like bringing in past paperwork and stuff like that
Yes, they did.
to let you know? So you were able to track this data and
And
analyze it
quickly. Yeah, and
quickly as
quickly.
well,
Hmm.
to see that the changes you are implementing worked and that your pass rate overall increased.
That's correct.
Okay, well, it sounds like this was a very good project for the company, and the outcome of it seems to be on an upward trend and seems to be moving in a positive direction.
Well, it was a necessary project, and it lets us know that we should look at these things and not remain stagnant and not on the laurels of the past.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time
Hmm.
and agreeing to do this interview. Again, my name is John Coward. This is my signature assignment for
Thank
a
you.
quality improvement project, and this is Brandy, the Director of Nursing at Angeles Institute in Artesia, California. Thank you all very much.